Hey guys, welcome to my channel Life of Adventure. So today we're going to explore Dolphin's Nose and Tiger Hill Cemetery in Coonoor. We're going to go on the cycle. So come with me and let's go and check out these places. So I'm just leaving YWCA. It's a bit of a dirt road. We go through Bedford, and from Bedford we go to Quill Hill and to Orchid Square Garden, and from Orchid Square we go towards Lamb's Rock and Dolphin's Nose. The weather is brilliant. It's nice and cool. At the same time, it's not very cloudy. Looks like it's rained the past evening. So the road is a bit damp. We're just crossing Orchid Square Garden. It's beautiful from here. You go through a lot of sholas, a lot of pockets of sholas. It's fantastic. Gives you a lot of shade. And on this road, most of the time, I think pretty much all the time, I've seen Indian goat, a lot of wild boar, and some barking deer. Let's see what our luck holds today, if we can see any wildlife. You can see that the road is a bit damp, a lot of puddles of water, so you have to be careful when you're cycling. You don't want to have a toss, especially on the paved roads. It can get really slippery when it's damp. So today I'm cycling on my MTB. I know it's a bit of a compromise because it's not as fast as a road bike on tarmac, but I'm happy with it, especially when I'm going downhill and through puddles like now. I find it very confident that I'm using my MTB. It gives me a lot of confidence and good grip, and I like the seating posture. You can see much further ahead. You can always anticipate and look out for oncoming traffic. You can see over here I'm going through some shola sections. It's really nice and beautiful, nice and cool. You can see, you can really find the difference. It's a few degrees cooler when you come under the shade. So Dolphin's Nose is basically a descent from the top. It's about 3 kilometers all the way down, and on the way back you're doing a 3-kilometer climb. It's quite interesting. It used to be really tough. I used to find it really tough, but not anymore. With enough of practice, you get used to it and you can cycle quite fast uphill. So you can see the beautiful tea gardens. So in the tea garden, we always find a lot of Indian gaur, commonly called as bison, grazing about. They're reasonably harmless, but you want to keep a safe distance from them because if they goad you, it can be quite fatal. So I just bumped into my friend Srinath over here, so just having a quick chat with him. And now from the top of Dolphin's Nose, you can see that it's a descent all the way down for 3 kilometers. So it's good fun. And if you really go fast, you can do about 55 to 60 kilometers downhill, which is really fast for a cycle. So there's a segment on Strava for downhill and for uphill. I think the uphill fastest times, I think about 9 or 10 minutes, which is super fast. The fastest I've done on the climb up from the base to Dolphin's Nose top is, I think, 15 minutes 45 seconds on my MTB. It's not bad considering the fact that 2 years ago I was struggling to even complete the climb in one go. The roads are usually very narrow here, but you can see a lot of sections are being widened, which is good. It makes it safer, but unfortunately wider roads, it's going to invite a lot of tourists, and it's going to become crowded and more messy. But that's the price we pay. So you can see the section is a bit muddy on top of the road, so you have to be really careful. You don't want to have a toss. So just be very gentle on the brakes as you're going downhill. You don't want any sudden snapping of the brakes. So be gentle on the brakes. I'm at the last 500 meters to reaching the base. So it's beautiful. You can see all the trees, flowering trees, and tea bushes on either side. So folks, this is my first video, recording it on my GoPro. So if there are any shortfalls, please put up with me. I'll make sure that I improve with each video. Please don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel. So as you can see over here, we've reached the base. I'm just going up all the way to the end where all the tiny shops for the tourists are. Just quickly turn around. So normally over here I take a breather, I drink some water and prepare myself for the climb. I've progressed quite a bit over the last 2-3 years, so now I'm happy to do the climb 3 or 4 times. Before I would just struggle doing it even once. So it's quite flat in the initial section, and then it starts getting a bit steep as it goes further up. So I keep motivating myself to complete the climb by thinking about fun stuff, by enjoying the scenery around, looking out for any wildlife. And many times I've seen barking deer standing in the middle of the tea bushes, and a lot of Indian gaur. Indian gaur are easy to spot, so it's actually good fun. I just keep looking around and entertaining myself, trying to not think about the difficulty of doing the climb. There are so many beautiful places in the Nilgiris to explore, to look around, and of late I'm finding it that it's so nice to explore on the cycle, to look around. You get to see more of it, to absorb natural beauty. At the same time, you can cover a decent amount of distance on your cycle. Usually in the car, you're just zipping past. You don't have the time to appreciate the finer things in nature. From here on, it gets a bit steep. Just look at the flowers on the street, beautiful purple. I'm not too familiar with the names of the trees, but is this a magnolia? Possibly, I should check it out. Probably one of these days when I get better, I should take a road bike and try to see how fast I can do the climb. I'm sure I'm not going to be anywhere close to the top. I'm not going to be troubling the leaders, but yeah, why not? Give it a shot, see how well I've improved. I find that cycling is a great way to explore, to stay fit. It's quite a lot of fun. So this is probably the second kilometer of the climb. Over here it's a bit steep. So I'm almost at the top, and I'll show you the view from the top of Dolphins. You can see the road going all the way down. It's nice and misty, and on the right is where the shola is. I'll just show it to you in a second. And from the shola, it's downhill all the way uh, to the base for about 3 kilometers. You can see the road winding down. So that's the top. And you can see Catherine Falls in the distance. I'll show you a better view. Catherine Falls in the distance looks beautiful, breathtaking. And now I'm going to explore uh, the Tiger Hill Cemetery. So you take the Orchid Square left and go towards Tiger Hill, and pointing out to uh, where Dolphins Nose is, as far as uh, what I recollect. So I'm going to go to Tiger Hill now. There's a beautiful cemetery about 150 years old, with a lot of history, with a lot of war soldiers and from the British families are buried here. You can see the British architecture. The cemetery used to be uh, open and vandalized. It's nice to see that it's being looked after now and protected. A lot of beautiful angel figurines and beautiful crosses carved out of marble and stone. Let me see if I can show you something from inside. It's a beautiful place, and it's got a lot of history to it. The Tiger Hill Cemetery is accessible by car, so you guys should check it out. Thank you so much for joining me on my bike trip exploring Dolphin's Nose and Tiger Hill Cemetery. Do subscribe and share my video. Thank you so much.